Welcome. Today we're gonna do a Pompadour-Undercut faded with number 1.
We're gonna start the haircut, we're gonna apply water, and we're gonna start using number 5. In this lateral section, we're gonna use the technique grabbing the hair with the finger to cut it with the clipper. The rest of the hair we cut it in a freeway. Protect the front section with the comb, which is the only one we're gonna do disconnected. The back we're gonna do it faded. Disconnect the front section with number 5, then use it in a freeway, and later we're gonna use number 3. Use it a bit lower than we use number 5. Use the clipper in a vertical position. The sides we do it the same way. Use number 2 a bit lower than we use number 3. This part we're gonna do it disconnected. We're gonna use number 3 all the way up, and we're gonna protect the long hair with the comb. The sides and the back we're gonna do it faded. Continue in a freeway using number 2. Use the 1.5 with the hook a bit lower than we use number 2. Use the 1.5 in a freeway. This is a gray hair and we can polish the haircut, putting more pressures in the darker hairs. Use number 1 open a bit lower than we use the 1.5 with the hook. We are putting more pressure on the darker hairs. Use the clipper in a vertical position to maintain the square look. The rest of the hair we're gonna cut it with number 1 with a closed blade. Use it with a closed blade a bit lower than we use it with the open blade. Stretch the scalp to get a better angle to cut the hair. This way also we can cut shoulder. The hair is darker on the sideburn area. Remove number 1 and open the blade to use the half 4.5 to clear this area. Continue with the edges using the trimmer. On the edges we mostly use the corners of the trimmer. This is the reason why this blade comes in shape of the letter T. We are opening a way to later use the straight razor. We're gonna make the next section tapered. We're gonna start with the trimmer. Start blending the next section. We're gonna open the blade to use the 1/2 or 0.5, and we're gonna use it from right to left. Use the corners of the blade and clear the darkest area. This is a gray hair, so the darkest areas are pronounced. We can use the pulse of our hand to avoid the exchange of guards. This way we can advance faster. Use the clipper in a 45 angle degree going up. The farthest away the back of the blade is, the less you cut. This way you can replace the use of number 1 guard. Polish the haircut depending on how much time you have. Measure the hair with the guard to avoid cutting more than you need. Wet the hair to section in and separate the long hair from the short. This is the side we're gonna do the disconnection. Use number 3 in a horizontal position. Keep your side in this part of the guard. Protect the longer hair with this part of the comb. Keep your side in front of the guard. This part the hair grows to the left, we're gonna cut to the right. Protect the longer hair with the comb. Use number 2 a bit lower than we use number 3. Use the 1.5 with the hook a bit lower than we used number 2. Use number 1 with an open blade a bit lower than we used the 1.5 with the hook. We are using 1.5 with an open blade. Put more pressure on the darker hairs. Then we're gonna use number 1 with a closed blade a bit lower than we used it with the open blade. The hair is darker on the sideburn area. Remove number 1 and open the blade to use the 1/2 or 0.5 to clear this area. We can use the pulse of our hand to avoid the exchange of guards. This way we can advance faster. Use the clipper in a 45 angle degree going up. Use the corners of the blade and clear the darkest area. This is a gray hair, so the darkest areas are pronounced. The farthest away the back of the blade is, the less you cut. Continue with the edges using the trimmer. On the edges we mostly use the corners of the trimmer. This is the reason why this blade comes in shape of the letter T. We are opening a way to later use the straight razor. Here there's a shadow left, we can clear it with the corner of the blade. Continue using the straight razor. We're gonna use shaving cream and we're gonna mix it with water. If you are right-handed, this is the correct way to shave the left sideburn. Minimum pressure on this sensitive area. If you are right-handed, I recommend you use the front part of the straight razor to shave this area. The hair of the neck is thin, don't use a lot of pressure. Mix the shaving cream with water. We mix the shaving cream with water to check if there's any pimple or mole on the client's neck. Continue with the right side sideburn and use minimum pressure over the ear. We open away with the straight razor, the rest we're gonna shave it down to avoid ingrown hairs. Shave going down. There's a shadow left here, we're gonna continue polishing the haircut. Now we're gonna do the top with scissors, we're gonna wet the hair and we're gonna use the point cutting technique. This technique is used to reduce volume. We're gonna cut in a 90-degree angle in a horizontal position all the way to the back. We didn't make a guideline because we're only gonna remove volume. Continue with the left side, adjust your hand to make this side longer and square. Texturize point cutting all the way to the back. Continue with the right side. In this side, you're gonna notice we're gonna cut less. The reason is we already blended with number 5 at the beginning of the cut. Now we're gonna do the lateral section. We're gonna use 2 fingers touching the scalp in a 90-degree angle in a vertical position all the way to the back. Connect the guideline on the bottom with the guideline on top, point cutting. We're gonna use the texturizing scissors. We're gonna make 4 cuts, one on top of the other. The last 2, we're gonna make it closer than the first 2. Continue all the way to the back. The right side have less hair, we're gonna make 2 cuts. Continue with the left side, making 2 cuts to keep the volume. We're gonna make the blow dry and style the hair. We're gonna use a medium-sized brush and we're gonna comb this part down. The front, we're gonna comb it back. This part, we're gonna comb it up, and the front part, we're gonna comb it back. Extract the hair with this part of the brush to create volume. In this case, we're gonna use pomade. We're gonna comb the back to the front and the front to the back, creating some volume. These are the results. This was undercut Pompadour-Disconnected with number 1. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.